Good afternoon, and welcome to the first edition of the Jams Just As Easy show. This is a show where we showcase good talent as well as talk about arts and education in the area so that the world knows what's going on. Today's guests include chef and barbecue extraordinaire, Mr. Phillip Mr. Phillip Young, sorry, as well as young up and coming rapper Just Ice Griffin. So a little bit about me. I am an author, I am an actor, I am an educator. I spent more than 10 years educating students here in California. I am the author of this book, Your Child is Gifted, which gives parents as well as young actors information about how to secure auditions and how to actually win those audition roles. So, without further ado, I'm going to invite my first guest on, Mr. Phillip Young. Come on up, Mr. Phillip Young.
How you doing,
I am
doctor?
so glad that you agreed to be on the show.
Pleasure to meet you.
All right, so a little bit about Mr. Young. Mr. Young, how did you first begin to start barbecue? How did you know that you have that talent?
Well, I am a chef, so barbecuing is just a part of cooking, and I knew from a young age, as early as elementary, that cooking was something that I like to do. So
All right.
started very young.
Very nice. I'm very new to Fresno, and I saw a commercial on television, and my wife and I, we love all kinds of food, and we were trying to decide what we wanted to eat one Saturday, and we saw the commercial. I didn't get a chance to get out to your shop until the other day. I had some X-rated macaroni and cheese. What was it
Mac and
called?
cheese, yes,
Oh,
X-rated mac and cheese.
I slept with a smile on my face. It was amazing. And then the ribs, we had the ribs too. The ribs were really good. And I'm glad we chose not to put the sauce, have you put the sauce on it, because I like to dip mine at a certain angle. So that was really, really good.
Right. I like my customers to have the choice of sauce because I'm in the meat selling business, and I want my meat to be the proper flavor, and the sauce just, as sauces are, condiment, something to dip in, something to add to it.
It was amazing. You know, sometimes, and I'm from Florida, and I've had all kinds of ribs. I've had beef ribs as well as pork ribs. And, you know, growing up in a house of about 7 kids, raised by my grandmother, we always had the tight ribs, and they didn't have a lot of meat on them. And so I wasn't expecting yours to have a lot of meat on them for some reason, but yours had so much meat. Like, where do you get your pigs?
Yeah. Well, I just shop around and try to make sure you get quality meat for our customers and make sure that kind of makes your job easier to have a quality meat on the plate. So
Absolutely. So talk to me, Mr. Young. What is on your menu? What are some of the options that customers have?
At Phill's Corner Grill, we do carry an eclectic menu. We start with breakfast, and
Okay.
we have our Clovis winning breakfast burritos going.
All right.
And then we roll into lunch, and we got a lot of fun burgers. We got our tri-tip burger, hot link burger, pastrami burger. We do our California cheesesteaks. We done put a new twist on the cheesesteaks. California got our own now.
Now, I didn't see cheesesteak on the menu when I was
Yeah,
there. It's
that-
cheesesteak as well, huh?
California cheesesteaks, chicken
Right
or
on.
steak. And then we go into our X-rated mac and cheese. We also have some awesome grilling beans. That's my own recipe. We got some dirty pilaf.
Okay.
We got good potato salad, some green beans, and
I got to make sure I don't introduce you to my wife. My wife, I don't ever cook. She does all the cooking, but there's something to be said about a guy who knows how to cook. Golly. So
I think all of us learn how to cook pretty easy. We get off on our own, and we get kind of hungry, and Mama's not home. We gonna cook up something.
that's true.
A man gonna feed himself.
That's true.
A boy too. He gonna feed himself. Trust
That's
that.
true. A long time ago, I had learned, one of my aunts told me when she knew I was dating, she says, don't let a girl know that you know how to cook, because then you have to cook all the time.
time, yes.
So at one point, I knew how to cook, and then I stopped cooking when I met my wife. And so she doesn't think I know how to cook. And now I think I've lost it because we've been married for 20 years.
Oh, you got the right one, baby. That's a good one.
Okay, so
And I do have a chicken that we have that's very popular. I do a grilled chicken, but it's a 4-season chicken.
grilled
And,
chicken.
and we grill it and we barbecue. And it's 4 seasons. I like to say I put winter, summer, spring, and fall on this chicken.
All right,
And serve
all
it up
that.
to you. All that, yeah.
And so how do you come up with your recipes?
Well, it's just my artistry. I am a culinary artist, so
All right.
things just pop in. I am a thinker.
Okay.
And then I am knowledged into science of food.
Right.
So I know how to pull in different spices and
all right. So my mouth is watering. I don't know about everybody else. Did you happen to bring any samples?
I did. I brought some ribs again. I know
Right
you
on.
already had some.
Darn ribs.
I know you wanted chicken, but I really didn't have the fry time to
Man,
bring it
that
out.
sounds
But I did
great.
want to present some ribs just
That
to show that meatiness that you were talking about, because we do pride ourselves in having meaty ribs, and our motto is the grill that fills you up.
I am telling you, would you look at that? Can we show that? How do I show this? This is amazing. This is what I had the other day. Amazing. The name of the restaurant is Phill's Corner Grill, and this is Phill, chilling with Phill, and these ribs. All right, so I'm going to dig in. I want to do this on camera, and of course I'm going to make a mess, but that's okay.
Didn't bring napkins for you.
You did?
I didn't.
Didn't? Okay, that's all right. Are you going to join me or no?
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm not going to get started.
All right, so here we go.
Look at the meatiness on that rib. Yes, sir. And we like
This is amazing.
And we love to cook there. We like to do special things. We are starting a special line of fries right now. We're bringing in our garlic fries, our pastrami fries. We have our grilling fries, which comes with our grilling beans on top with cheese. And our grilling beans are incorporated with chicken. And we have steak fries. So we're doing a lot of bringing in hearty stuff for the winter, where you can sit down and get a hot, hearty meal and get back out there and go against the cold and the rain, whatever weather is upon you. We want you to be comforted while you're going against it.
I am comforted right now. Now, it's just a special kind of rib right here, because I know they're different cuts.
No, it's just a pork spare rib.
A pork spare rib.
And I like to keep it simple. Food is simple. It's just a flavor. And we like to tell people when we cater, let us add flavor to your event. It's nothing like having a dry event.
Right.
If they can't talk about your subject too heartily, let Phil take a food to your party.
Right on.
And then they got a second conversation. So they'll remember the first time they came.
You heard that. Phill, tell us where you're located.
We are located in Clovis on Toll House and Sunnyside inside the Peacock Market. And you come to see us and we'll shake our tail feather for you at the Peacock.
Amazing food. This is Phill Young. I'm so glad that he came here. Hope he's not taking these, because I need to take care of these a little bit
You
later.
got to share with the family.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I think we're going to have you back here at some point. We're going to have you back.
Love to. Another thing I like to put out there, love to be able to give back to the community. I would like our community and our young people to know that the culinary arts is a viable field. You can earn a good income. You can create your own entrepreneurship spirit and serve up good food, good cookies, whatever you like to do, bake, make sandwiches. As it is an opportunity to be your entrepreneur in your family, because jobs are hard to get today. So don't give up on food, give in.
That is true. I got to ask you this last question. Where did you learn to cook? Where did you go to school? Did you go to school?
Well,
here locally?
All my training has been apprenticeship under chefs.
Okay.
And I did go to City College to get my management degree.
Right on. Right on.
But my culinary skills, I've been in the Bay Area, Arizona, and
they have the best food in the Bay Area.
Oh yeah, Some great culinary chefs in the Bay Area. They come from all over Russia. They just Spain. You'll run into any kind of chef, so it heightens your culinary skills to run into other cultural culinary chefs. To give you the other nuances you need to be successful in your culinary adventure.
This is Mr. Chef Phill Young. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
Great.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
God bless your show.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. All right, coming up next, we're going to have young rapper Just Ice, spelled JUST hyphen ICEE, young up-and-coming rapper from the Fresno area. But I believe now we're going to a commercial break, right? All right. And we are back from our commercial break. Hey, folks, I'm so happy to introduce you to the next artist. The next artist is a young hip-hop artist from the Fresno area. His name is Just Ice Griffin. We're going to have him perform. Then I'd like to ask a few questions. So without further ado, let's put our hands together for Just Ice.
Hey, okay. Hey, yeah, okay. Flexing, yay. I run up a check. People be talking, they quiet on set. Ooh, yeah. Pull up, I'm spitting like war, like a government vet. Ooh, yeah. Look at them shining, they shining as much as they get. Ooh, yeah. Flex on that enemy, you hear the melody, you need to stop like my name is the deputy. I got the recipe, they feel like jealousy, getting this bread, I ain't talking about sesame. Getting this guap up, diamonds they mop up, when I get money they all gonna pop up. I got the fire but I'm not a monster, spitting these bars got me think about luck. Wrist, on my wrist, diamonds, wrist, whipping, wrist, yeah. I'ma run up and then do me the dash, don't be mistaken, I do not love cash. Whoa, I just be slinging no slash. Whoa, I did the monster dash. Wrist, on my wrist, diamonds, wrist, whipping, wrist, yeah. Spitting that talking fuego, looking at my cannon bank roast, counting out the money pesos. Counting up the money pesos. Run up a check and I don't really care. If you wanna hate on me, it's all in the air. People talking that talk, man, that talk. When I come up, it's gonna be your fault. Run up a check and I run it up. Ooh, I go bananas like monkey in zoo. I'ma skirt off in a go so boo. I'm going hard like I'm crazy glue. Wrist, on my wrist, diamonds, wrist, whipping, wrist, ay, wrist, on my wrist, diamonds, wrist, whipping, wrist, ay.
That was good. Hey, pull up a chair, young man. Pull up a chair. I got some questions for you. Just Ice. So the producer just got in my ear and told me that today's your birthday?
Yes, it is.
So today's your birthday. So what's it like to perform on your birthday?
To perform on my birthday is great. You know, it's just a pleasure to perform. You know.
Speaking of performing, okay, I have your resume here. It says that you've been doing some television commercials and television shows. So is there one that is kind of stand? I'm looking at Kia Optima commercials, and so it sounds like you're more of an actor. Are you more of an actor, or are you a rapper? Like, what's going on?
Well, the thing is, before I started rapping, I used to do acting. Like, as you said on my resume, I used to do, commercials. Like, for example, I did a commercial, a Kia commercial with Blake Griffin, and, that was very exciting for me at the time. I used to act before I started rapping, but then when I started rapping, I kind of, died down off of acting. But, I do both.
Okay.
Definitely.
It's a good way to keep selling yourself. So if I give you a script right now, you could memorize it and go for it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, great. You mentioned Blake Griffin. Is he a relative?
No, he's not a people think so because we both have the last name, but no.
And I can see the resemblance with the height and everything.
Yeah. So, when I did a commercial with him, we talked and we did everything. He's actually a cool person, in my opinion. I can't really bring up the year it was. It was quite a while ago. But yeah, that's one that I did as an actor. And then there was a show called Ben and Kate that I was on for a little while.
Ben and Kate. Oh, well, tell me about it.
Okay, so
were you in one of the episodes?
Yeah, I was in one of the episodes. I can't think of my name because it was so long ago. But yeah, it was.
Was it Kevin?
I think so. Yeah.
Got a cheat sheet right here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. And it says here also that you did some work on Doc McStuffins with Disney.
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah, a long time ago, I got auditioned to be on Doc McStuffins, and then they just let me on there. I went in the studio and I recorded my part on there. They put it in. I think the episode is called Karate Kangaroos or something like that.
Karate Kangaroo. I'll be sure and look that up with Just Ice. Karate Kangaroo with Just Ice. And then before I move on to something else, J.J. Watts. You did some work with J.J. Watt, the football star?
Yeah. I got auditioned to be in a commercial with a football commercial, and at the time I didn't even know that I would be with the actual J.J. Watts in the commercial until we actually started to film it. And by the end, I actually got a T-shirt from the commercial, and that was really cool also. And I actually got to meet J.J. Watt. He's also a cool person.
Nice.
You know, it was just great.
All right, so enough about this acting stuff. So tell me about writing. So how did you segue into rapping?
I segued into rapping by my friends in middle school.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in the 7th grade, you know, we would always play around at school and, you know, freestyle. But they always did it as a plaything. But, you know, as my life sort of evolved, continued, like I took it more seriously. So that's when I started to, you know, start making songs like actually instead of just, you know, playing around with it.
Nice. So now, what do you hope? What's your ambitions, Justice? What's your ambition? What do you want to do when you graduate high school?
I want to be a full-time rapper.
Full-time rapper who sometimes acts.
Yeah, like do both, but mainly be a rapper.
Who might even go to law school. All right, guys. All right, so it's no secret that Just Ice is actually my son. In fact, on the book that I authored in 2015 called Your Child is Gifted, he was a part of the impetus as were the other three kids, my other three children, because they did so well in the entertainment field. And just as because he was younger, he had a little bit more time to delve into the arts before graduating. So he kind of took it to another level. So I'm very, very, very proud of him. Justice, are you going to bless us with another song before you leave or before the show ends?
This show?
This same show.
Yeah, I'll see.
Okay, you'll see. Okay, so I think we're going to go to a commercial break. But before we do that, I want to ask you about this book. So have you had an opportunity to look at this book that has your picture gracing the cover, Your Child is Gifted?
It's funny because, you know, I've heard about this book, but I've never really gotten into reading it.
Somehow I don't find that so funny. But it's going to be among your to-do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. You really should consider reading it, though, because it gives a lot of tips and advice on how you can secure auditions and how you can actually land the role, whether you're securing roles for theater or for television or film. So some really good nuggets of wisdom. So in case you don't already know, I have a background in performing arts with my BA from Florida A&M University, as well as a wealth of experiences in the industry down below in Los Angeles, California. And so if you're interested in the book, please send a check or money order to JAEZ Entertainment at P.O. Box 267, I'm probably making this up, at P.O. Box 2716 in Clovis, California, 93613. I'm sure it's at the bottom. Again, if you're interested in the book, Your Child is Gifted, that gives you information and insights on how you can secure roles in the entertainment industry, please send a check or a money order to P.O. Box 2716, Clovis, California, 93613. And it's only $19.99. It might go up in 2019 and be $20, but go ahead and get it now while it's $19.99. Okay, I think it's time for a commercial break. And when we come back, I can't wait to see what we have for you when we come back. Okay, and we're back. Thank you for grabbing a snack and making your way back. We are back here with my next guest, Mr. George Miller, who does almost anything under the sun. He's an educator, he does workshops, and he's here today to tell us what's new under the sun, what he's working on now. How you doing? Thank you for being a guest on my show.
Thanks a lot for having me. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the platform that you've given me to share a little bit about what we're doing here in the Valley. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up over the next couple months.
I'd love to hear all about it. And that's what you do, guys. This is the Just As Easy show where we feature arts as well as education and entertainment. So if you've got some ideas about things that you are doing, and if you want to just kind of let the world know what you're doing, what's hot and what's not, come on to the show. But let's go ahead and finish with Mr. Miller. So what you got going on now, Mr. Miller?
The first thing we actually have going on is December 12th at 6 p.m. at the Hanford Civic Center, and I believe they're putting the flyer up on the show, is we are offering a workshop on leadership and communication. And what we start with is the premise that leadership is first and foremost a position of service. And so anyone that's entering a leadership position, we really hope that they genuinely care about the well-being of others, because that's one of those critical attributes that you have to have as a leader.
So you mean leadership isn't just bossing people around?
No. You're not going to get the best out of people when you do that. Here's what we talk about, mandating versus inspiring. If you mandate your personnel, oftentimes you're going to get them to do what you want them to do, but that's the extent of it. If you actually inspire the people that are working for you, they're going to do the job and more.
That is so true. Very profound words. You know, years ago I was at school. Well, I've had many years of being a school principal, but I would always meet my teachers and find out what they aspire to do. Like, what do you want to do beyond teaching? And then however I could support them, I would find a way of supporting them, because it builds a lot of respect from teachers when they know that you genuinely are interested in helping them as a person. So it's a form of leadership, as you're suggesting.
Oh, and I give workshops all the time to corporations, and one of the things I tell them is train your people so well that they could leave. Any other competition would want to grab them in a minute.
Wow.
But treat them so well that they don't.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about this leadership workshop. So if somebody aspires to be a business leader, they would go, where is there a number that they need to, did you say it was on the
Yes, the clip's on there. The number is 559-772-5481. So if you have groups of 10, 20 or more people and you'd like to have them sit together, then just give us a call and we'll reserve a section for you.
Very nice, Mr. Miller. You know, one of the other things that we do here is we like to talk about arts as it relates to acting and singing and dancing. We are proponents of the arts. You got any artistic endeavors coming down the pipeline?
We're actually going to be making an indie film here locally between Fresno and Hanford. It's going to be a collaboration, and it's called The King of Courtyard Square. And essentially what the movie's about is this homeless person teaches an inner city youth how to play chess, but in the process of doing so, he's embedding life lessons into the young man while he's teaching him to play chess, and it helps the young man navigate, different crises in his life in the inner city, and eventually helps him be a successful young person.
The King of Courtyard Square. What was the inspiration behind that name? That's a very interesting title.
Because the homeless person is actually the best chess player at the park, and so the other chess players call him King, and they're playing in the Courtyard Square, so they call him the King of Courtyard Square.
Wow, and a little oxymoron action happening there, because when you think about homeless person, you don't really picture them being a king, who everybody knows is at the top of the social strata. A king versus a homeless person. Yet the homeless person is the king of the Courtyard Square. I love it. So if you're an actor out there, what should you do if you'd like to partake in this venture?
Yes. Well, first of all, you have to be willing to work for free, because I have to pay for insurances and filming. And so we're going to be relatively low budget. But if you're a young aspiring actor and you'd like the opportunity to be in a film, this is an opportunity for you. The storyline, we have a lot of people interested in it, and we're projecting that it's going to have some success. Another thing that we're looking at as well in Hanford is Memorial Day weekend. We're looking at actually having a local film festival in the Civic Auditorium in Hanford. And so what we're hoping is, we have a lot of talent here in the Central Valley.
Yes, we do.
And we're just a couple hours from LA, and we're starting to see a lot of people that are actually working in the LA market living up here too, to get away from that when they're not at work. So we have a lot of talent in this area.
Very interesting. So when you talk about a film festival, are you seeking films that have already been produced? Are you looking for shorts? Are you looking for screenplays? Or what exactly are you seeking?
We're looking for shorts, somewhere between 5 and 25 minutes, and we want this to be for the most part, people's first film, aspiring directors and actors and producers. And we want to make it as cheap as possible for them to submit their film. And we want to give them an opportunity and a venue to be able to show their film to the local market.
Great. So you're not looking for scripts on paper as much as you are something that's already been converted and already recorded onto film, right?
Yes, they're going to be submitting the films, and then what we're going to do is over that 10, 12-hour day, we're going to play several films, and the people that want to come and watch it, it's going to be low cost. It's going to be maybe $20, $25, and they can get an all-access pass for the whole day.
All right, Memorial Day weekend, the date of that, I don't have my calendar in front of me, but you guys have calendars at home. You know when Memorial Day weekend is, so make sure if you're a filmmaker that you make your way to this film festival. It is in Hanford, and you'll look for Mr. George Miller.
And we'll be doing a lot of advertising over the next couple months, and we'll have the deadline will probably be sometime in March for submissions, so we can go through and take a look and decide which films we're actually going to play in the festival.
Super duper. Thank you so much. You might even see me out there too. I'm going to audition for one of those roles in that film, the King of Courtyard Square.
Hey, it'd be great. Thanks a lot, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, as promised, we're going to have Just Ice come back as soon as we return from commercial break.
All right, good job.
Thanks a lot. All righty. Welcome back, everybody. I just want to remind everybody before our show goes off the air, for the best barbecue in the Valley, you're going to make sure you go to Phil's Corner Grill, located inside the Peacock Mall at 1427 Toll House Road in the city of Clovis. 559-709-0978. Tell them Dr. Griffin sent you. Also, if you want to be on the show, if you have a gifted and talented child and you want to see them on the show, please send us an email. You're going to email Jazz, spelled Jaez, entertainment @yahoo.com. And then finally, if you are a filmmaker and you want to enter your film in the film festival in Hanford, you are going to make sure that you're in Hanford during the Memorial Day weekend, where you're going to look for Mr. George Miller. Finally, if you'd like today's program and you'd like to see it continue, please send your donation to P.O. Box 2716 in Clovis, California. Again, P.O. Box 2716 in Clovis, California, 93613. Please make your check of money order payable to Jaez Entertainment, care of Dr. Chappelle Griffin. All right, and as promised, we have Just Ice returning to do his thing. Just Ice is going to take us home with the banger anthem. Take it away, Just Ice.
Okay. Hey. Yeah. Hey.
Black.
Hey. Okay. Hey. Gang. Squat. Hey. Squat. Hey. Gang. Okay. Hey. I get it off rip. I'm getting it quick. I do not need me no magazine clip, it don't need me no stick. I get it off rip. I get it quick. I do not need me no magazine clip, it don't need me no stick. I get it off rip. I'm getting it quick. I do not need me no magazine clip, it don't need me no stick. I get it off rip. I get it quick. I do not need me no magazine clip, it don't need me no stick. Alright. Getting that cheese talking Parmesan. You and your dog say you bark a lot. I am not talking about 21, but I'm finna cop 6 in my parking lot. Y'all being goofy cause y'all got it twisted. All with your hating, complaining, encrypted. There was too many haters to be listed. Y'all had the time to like me and you missed it. Just like that apple, you know I got juice. Y'all being silly, y'all looking like goose. All of my haters trying to make a truce. Me and my bros hanging out like a noose. I spit it fire ablaze. I know that you was amazed. I'm talking about Safari on the SoundCloud, you know I sing it every day. Yeah, wait, this is it. Spit that fire of admit. Recess pieces with that kit called the fruit, cause this is it. Like, wait, this is it. Spit that fire of admit. Recess pieces with that kit called the fruit, cause this is it. I get it off rip. I'm getting it quick. I do not need me no magazine clipping, don't need me no stick. I don't need no stick. I get it off real. I'm getting it quick. I do not need me no magazine clipping, don't need me no stick. I get it off real. I'm getting it quick. I do not need me no magazine clipping, don't need me no stick. I get it off real. I getting it quick. I do not need me no magazine clipping, don't need me no stick. Bang!
Nice. You heard it here. Jam's just as easy, baby.